Outline of Hegel's Master-Slave Dialectic by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Hegel's Master-Slave Dialectic, a pivotal component of his Phenomenology of Spirit, offers a profound exploration of self-consciousness and social relations through the interplay between two consciousnesses engaged in a struggle for recognition. This dialectic unfolds as an encounter where one consciousness seeks to assert its independence by dominating another, resulting in the roles of master and slave. However, this relationship is inherently unstable and contradictory, because true self-consciousness requires mutual recognition rather than mere submission or domination. The dynamics within this framework reveal how identity formation is contingent upon the acknowledgement by another self-conscious being, emphasizing that freedom and self-awareness cannot be achieved in isolation, but through intersubjective processes. The master initially appears to hold power by commanding the slave, yet, paradoxically, it is the slave who gains a deeper understanding of reality through labour and transformation of nature, ultimately challenging the master's sense of autonomy. This dialectic thus encapsulates the tension between dependence and independence, power and subjugation, highlighting how social hierarchies are both constructed and deconstructed through reciprocal recognition. Examining these dynamics provides insight into broader philosophical discussions about human freedom, ethical life and social structures. By analysing Hegel's conceptualization of recognition within this dialectical relationship, one can better appreciate its enduring influence on contemporary theories concerning identity formation, power relations and emancipation in both philosophical discourse and socio-political contexts. In Hegel's theory, recognition, Anerkennung, is a fundamental process through which self-consciousness achieves its development and actualization. Recognition is not merely an acknowledgement by another, but a mutual and reciprocal relation that validates the existence and autonomy of the self. For Hegel, self-consciousness emerges only in relation to another self-consciousness. It requires being recognized as an independent agent to affirm its own identity. This dynamic interaction forms the basis of social and ethical life, where individuals seek acknowledgement from others to confirm their freedom and worth. The dialectical nature of recognition involves a struggle for dominance, as each self-consciousness desires to be recognized unconditionally while simultaneously recognizing the other. This tension leads to conflict, because recognition cannot be fully achieved without power relations influencing the terms under which it occurs. The master-slave dialectic exemplifies this complexity. The master demands recognition from the slave, but fails to recognize the slave as an equal self-consciousness, leading to an incomplete form of recognition. Conversely, through labour and transformation of nature, the slave attains a deeper self-awareness and eventual emancipation. Thus, in Hegel's framework, recognition is both a site of conflict and potential reconciliation. It reveals how individual identity is inherently social and how freedom depends on reciprocal acknowledgement within intersubjective relationships. Hegel's master-slave dialectic fundamentally underscores the intricate dynamics of recognition as a pivotal force in the development of self-consciousness and social relations. Through this dialectic, Hegel reveals how individuals are interdependent in their quest for mutual recognition, highlighting that self-awareness is not achieved in isolation, but through the acknowledgement by another self-conscious being. The struggle between the master and the slave exemplifies this process, where both parties seek validation, yet occupy asymmetrical positions of power and dependency. The master initially appears dominant due to control over labour and resources. However, it is ultimately the slave whose labour transforms both nature and consciousness, gaining a deeper understanding of reality through work. This inversion challenges traditional notions of authority by illustrating that true recognition emerges from mutual dependence rather than unilateral dominance. Moreover, Hegel's framework extends beyond a mere power struggle to emphasize the ethical dimensions embedded within human interactions. Recognition is not simply about asserting superiority, but involves an ongoing negotiation that shapes identity and freedom. The dialectic thus serves as a metaphor for broader socio-political conditions where freedom and self-realization require reciprocal acknowledgement among individuals or groups. By situating recognition at the core of human experience, Hegel provides critical insight into how social hierarchies are constructed and contested. In conclusion, the master-slave dialectic offers profound implications for understanding identity formation, power relations, and ethical life. It challenges static conceptions of subjectivity by demonstrating that selfhood is relationally constituted through recognition, a process marked by conflict, transformation, and eventual emancipation.